Welcome back to Less Cash More Mash. My name's Tom.
And my name is Mike.
And today we're cracking open a new bottle of Wild Turkey Rare Breed. Super excited about this one today. This is one that's been in our little bag of tricks over there for quite some time now. And I keep going, we'll wait, and I don't know why. But so it's made by Wild Turkey.
Because we have a lot of them.
Yeah, we do. It's 75% corn, 13% rye, 12% malted barley. This was only released in 1991, it said, which to me just doesn't seem right. I mean, they've been making the other ones, but it hey, it is. That's what they said. This one is actually 116.8 proof. It's non-age statement. It's done with a number 4 char, which is like scorched to the earth char on the inside of the barrel. I think that's like as high as they go. I know that like 3 is like the norm for most of the people. But so since they've actually done this, there's been well over 11 batches released. But sometimes this is different than others. Like sometimes their batch it's the same batch that they release in installments like over multiple years, because they that's where people say small batch. Well, small batch for Wild Turkey might be ginormous for another person anyway. So they used to have batch numbers, so you could see, oh, I want batch number 30, but it goes over such a long period of time. Now they do it by the uniqueness of the proof. Each one could be different proof. So even though it's not a single barrel, this one was 116.8. The next one you might get is 115.6, and you're just going to have to see the proof on which one.
One other thing you have to think about is you're smoking again.
I know, but God, that has a weird cork. Like, look at the head of that. Like, it's a little tiny cork. This might actually go. That's going to be hard pour. It's a harder pour when a dog sticks his tongue up your nose. Oh, look at me spill it now.
Yeah, that's bad.
Why? I was anticipating the nose lick. I got one over here. Jeez, it's always the good ones.
The bottle, what was the price?
This was approximately $46.99.
Well, it's approximate, but
I don't know. That's what we used to.
Somebody must have had a receipt.
No, we used to say that all the time. So
I can smell the nose of it.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Who poured this stuff? It's hard with the tiny little necks. Put a neck on a bottle. It's like a Lockhart, a little short, fat, stubby with no neck. There it is. All right, you ready? Here it is. Let's see what we got going on here. So nothing but usually rave reviews from the whole rare breed community. I got to be honest with you. I am a huge Wild Turkey fan. Like the more we've been doing this, just in general, I know when we did Russell's 10, I really enjoyed that one.
Yep.
I will say we recently just did the Elijah Craig. That jumps out of the bottle more. It is a higher proof. But it's not that much higher proof.
No, but in the quick nose.
You were waiting to see if I was going to.
Elijah did have a way bigger nose right off the bat.
Because we didn't compare it to anything. I have not sipped this yet. But if I'm going to go like apples to oranges, now because we're in the ballpark, this is 46. In theory, the Elijah Craig barrel proof is supposed to be $59.99, I believe. It's supposed to be $60. I've seen 65 as MSRP. We got it for $69. So it is a little bit more. It's only 4 proof more though. Nose-wise, it's coming around.
I was going to say.
This is coming around. This is coming around nose-wise.
This drink's very similar.
But the initial blast of the nose on Elijah, I could smell it from here. Yeah. And this one, you got to get into it.
It is coming around. But it drinks almost the same. Whoop, and then it sits here.
Why I'm shuffling it around in my mouth, I'm not really sure, because I don't usually do that on the first one.
No, that's what you tell me. But it sits here nice.
That's freaking delicious, though. That's sitting on. But I did swish it a little bit, so I'm going to do it again. But it's still on the outsides of my tongue. There's certain olfactory responses, I believe it's what it's called, on your tongue. And the different receptors, like the front of your tongue gives you different than the back of your tongue and stuff. I don't know what the heck is on this. I've seen it before in other things.
Olfactory? Is that what you just said?
I think that's what it was. Is that smelling? There's some kind of receptors anyways. But something, whatever's on the sides of your tongue. And if there's any doctors out there that know what I'm talking about, you can tell me I'm just full of
Actually,
shit.
you know what I think?
But there is something.
I think your
like
boys that you like.
The what?
The Whiskey Vault or whatever.
Had talked about it?
Well, I think they have a picture actually of a tongue. And it's or the ones, the Vault guys, or when they break it down.
There was, I have seen it before, and I know for a fact there is, like the front of your tongue does bitter, the sides of your tongue do sour. Like there is, I've seen it on other shows of different things. There is different ones. I don't know what the back sides of your tongue are, but that's where this one jumps on and hugs like a baby. It just sits on the, and so did Elijah.
Yeah. They
like really coat the back of your tongue for some reason, the sides.
The good thing is, I would say, this you would find easier than Elijah.
Well, the thing is yes and no. Right now, it's starting to come back. They had a glass shortage, and they were having a problem with Rare Breed for whatever reason. So all of a sudden, everyone bought them up, and they were off the shelves. You couldn't find them. They're back now, though. You see them pretty much in any store
for this state,
now.
You might have to do a couple
I 100% agree with you, but I wasn't totally, because some people, in case we get there are some places where they were having issues getting Rare Breed because of that fact. Like there was a glass shortage and stuff.
Coming around now.
But no, again, that's a straight neck pour, and you know what I mean. There wasn't a whole lot of air in this one. This was right up to the nub on this one. So
it was a smoking gun.
It did, yeah. This is phenomenal too. This is another really good one. I would, I unless we did a blind. The only thing I can say, coming out of the neck, Elijah jumped out at us more. It is another 4 or 5 proof compared to this one is.
Still drink pretty close.
Taste-wise, no. I'm saying just out of the nose.
No,
it jumped out of the
nose
glass
now, though, is coming around.
No, the nose right now is...
It'd be tough, side by side.
The other one reminded me of the zucchini bread. Oh, no, 100%. It'd be tough. That one this one, to me, brings me to my oatmeal with a... I don't have the drizzle yet, but it's reminding me like an oatmeal with like a brown sugar dripped into it, like an oatmeal with the brown. The other one reminded me straight of like the zucchini bread when you made it. You know what I mean? Like that smell.
Towards the end, though, it was very caramel-esque.
It did turn into a caramel bomb. It really did. That's why I'm saying it'll be interesting
Not really
when both of them open up. No, which a lot of times in turkey I get the maraschino cherry, and I am not getting any of that on this one yet. And sometimes I'll even. Does this one bring me banana? No, I think I usually get the cherry off of the wild turkey.
I just say fruit.
But what kind of fruit? That's the question they say. Ask yourself. This is actually another one. This is phenomenal. Like I'm going, I will say, I'm not getting as big of a hug with this as I did the Elijah. I think it sat on me longer, but maybe because I'm not drinking as much.
I think that's what it is.
I'm drinking smaller sips.
Yeah, because the last one we had down,
that was gone in like 2 seconds. That was
they were bigger
so
sips.
No,
I think that's why, because it still sits right here. But I'm doing the same thing because I don't know how long you're gonna talk.
Well, no, because look at I'm less than you, but I mean, again. This is phenomenal. I think, though, when I did the Bookers, or when I did, I'm not sure. Let me try it again. I might have to re-pour, because that would be terrible, but we're not going to compare it to anything. So, honestly, I think it is starting to caramel up, though. The more it sits in the glass. I don't even think did we even swirl this little guy? Poor little guy's not even dizzy yet. I'm drinking him down. No, it's definitely...
It's a whole batter. It's a whole complete package.
You know, we came into this saying...
If it was side by side...
Drink cheap stuff and it's just good. It's just as good is not.
No.
It's not. It's not all about the money.
Nope.
But there is a big difference in... Even as much as I like say, Wild Turkey 101 for $25, this is almost... You got to keep it on the shelf for $45. This jumps on that. Even as good as... We haven't... Now, I got to be honest... I haven't had Russell's 10 in a long time, since we cracked it, I think.
I have not either.
I don't think I've had it since then. But I remember when we drank Russell's, like, oh my God, this is good because it just coated a lot more and blah, blah, blah.
But I have 101 at the house as a sipper, and it's still pretty tasty.
No, it's phenomenal. So if you just did that, say maybe last night, where does this compare?
Oh, it's better.
No, and that's what I'm asking. That I mean, to me,
But again,
I haven't had 101 in a long time.
It was 45 for a handle, and it's 47 for this.
Again, but it does make the difference, though.
Oh, it
It
does.
is like if you want something a
And
little
again,
more special.
Even right, exactly.
A little more special.
I would-
like you wouldn't
right.
want to drink this as a daily
No,
unless you're
if
rich.
you're an entertainer or someone's coming out Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Right. Hey, wait, this is a Christmas pour today. We're gonna drink a little rare breed.
The Elijah single.
And then if you're my
barrel
family,
proof.
put your hands up because everyone wants to fight when they drink whiskey. but we couldn't break this out at Christmas
There's
time.
only one.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We could. This wouldn't
He's
work.
getting old. He usually goes home early anyway.
He doesn't. Or it doesn't come to our Christmas.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't even come to the house anymore. So good. We're all sitting there.
Yeah. But overall, I'm just trying to think of the actual. If I'm actually going to go apples to apples, I want to see if I can pour better. I was so disappointed in my first pour, anyways.
This would be a tough.
The only thing I think
You get an F for that.
I'm getting an F. You know what it is? You can't pour so. I try to do yours slow. When I pour quick, it goes right in. When you pour slow, it doesn't.
He's only had I don't know how many bottles.
All right. I'll do better next time. I don't know.
Nope.
So
I can tell you what though, Benchmark will make it in the class every time.
it's always the expensive ones, right? The better ones. I keep pouring all over the place. I'm gonna be like cleaning it up like a dog. No, honestly, with I forgot where I was going with this now. Mouthfeel. I think I'm gonna have to give it to what we just had. I think it coated better. I think that's it. If I have a knock,
a little bit longer.
If I have a knock, I don't think it coats, and
It
that's
drinks-
why I poured more.
It drinks just as easy. It
Yep.
sits here, but I don't think it sits there.
I
as
don't
long.
think it coats in your mouth as much.
You
Though. I
swish
don't
it,
feel
you
as.
know.
I'm gonna do it right now. I don't think it's as
wanna keep
oily,
it.
or that's why I poured a little bit more. Because honestly, I think if I have any knock, but again, it's not a. I mean, I've seen this for $35. I should have bought it and I didn't. And then now I bought this one. It was $46. Like a dope at one of the stores one time, and I was like, that seems cheap. And I'm like, oh, I'll get that next time. And then I went back and I'm like,
gone.
oh, look, it's $10 more. What the hell happened?
Or it's gone. That's the downfall with multiple stops. If they only have one left, it's always like, you gotta get it.
So that's going to be my only critique on this one. If I have a criticism, and I don't, trust me, this is phenomenal.
But he's gonna tell you a bitch.
No, I am, because you're going to agree with me. If you're going to
Every
compare
day.
this to Knob, or you're going to compare this to Booker's, or you're going to even compare it to the Elijah Craig that we just recently did, that had a better coat. It has a delicious flavor. It comes down. It does give you. It doesn't give me as much of a Kentucky hug as the other ones either, but it does give you a nice full coating.
And a
But
super
it doesn't.
full nose.
The finish doesn't last half as long as
No.
either of them.
No.
That's my. If I had any complaint whatsoever, and it's not even that it's a complaint, but that would be my only. You know, where when we just actually the last Blind Fight Friday, larceny came up, and that lasted so long. I actually mistaked it for Knob 12. I'd be curious. It's not anywhere near the proof, but I'd still want to get one of them barrel proofs too to see where you get that proof up like that. But I'm just saying with that one actually coated a lot better. This one, phenomenal. I highly recommend it.
Yes.
If you can get it sub $50 like we did, I would definitely recommend it. We
If
got
you
to
see it for 30, then definitely grab it.
Yeah, I saw it at the store that one time, and I'm like, I'll get it next time. This was one of them, like he was saying in the last video. We used to go, and I used to fill a shopping cart, and it would be a few $100, and I was like, well, I got 10, 50.
8, 9.
And then now
Handles,
I put like
couple handles in
I
there,
put
too.
3 bottles in there, and they're like $300. So I was like, what happened to my shopping? But it is a big difference. It's not a cheap man's game for any means, but This is definitely I've never had it before. This was the
Me
first
either.
time we've had it. So this is
Yeah,
this is
that makes two of
definitely
us.
this is definitely one I will definitely get it again.
Well, to be honest, there's a lot of them up here. I've never had.
Oh no, hands down. And nor would I ever thought I was going to have. When I used to grab a handle, drink a handle in 3 days, and that's all I did. I didn't ever once think I would do this because I'm like, I'm not spending
One
that
already
kind of-
said no, he's not going to do that, and then 4 shows later, he's like, "Yo, I think you should try."
Yeah, no, yeah, that's why if you go back to it, the original ones, it was just me in there because he's like, "Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that." And then it's an addiction. It really is. So anyone,
the hunt is almost just as fun.
well, that's what I'm saying.
Other than when you get to the cash register.
The whole game of it. No, honestly, I'm the same thing. I you don't even know because a lot of my hunting I'm doing online. I'm searching and stuff. But again, the Santa sack is full, and I'm like, no, I gotta stop because when I go in, I'm like Santa. I walk out, I got a big bag of tricks. You know, I'm like,
What are you doing? You
Yeah.
ever have fun this weekend? That's usually
That's it.
the
It's
shoppers'
like,
comments
boy,
that we get.
or it's like, well, I'm coming to your house.
Did
you know what I mean?
Did I miss a holiday?
Yeah, you know, but
No, you didn't.
honestly, the whole part of it. Now, when I first thought of it, I was like, I'll try, we'll see. But as you can see, we started with a half a bottle of 10 high, and we got a little bit more than that now. And, and it just
Don't even have 10 high.
no, we drank that one, but it is the addiction of it all, though. Really,
Might have helped you with a lot of the others, though.
he certainly did. Don't let him get you. I put my share of damage on the bottles, but you in the beginning were very helpful in putting the damage.
Yeah. They were shaky.
But that's the fun of the
I
game.
just seen Kentucky Blend out there.
No.
Big yellow bottle.
Oh, that one? Yeah. See, I don't see that in any of my stores when I look. Not that I'm looking for it anymore, but it's just
Go
not.
to the one I told you to go to. You'll
Well,
see
that's
it.
what I'm saying. Certain
Actually,
ones.
you know what's even funnier? Because 10 high is like the small one and a big one, and they're both too deep.
Oh, no, right.
I was like, wow. So people are still grabbing them.
No, again, you're not going to get a cheaper one out there for, I mean, granted, I
They
didn't even,
lost, so
I
you
didn't
can get a
even
better
know-
one out there.
I don't, yeah, but you know what? When you're just drinking to get drunk, it works.
No.
You know what I mean? Like it works, and it was $14.99 when I was buying them. I literally would go in and buy like 5 at a time, and I bring them home. That's how
They actually had a lot of, because they had the benchmark, they had Henry McKenna. They had almost all of them that we did still there,
there.
along with a lot of really good ones.
The only other issue I'll have with this one, it doesn't sit as long. I would refill.
Well, we're not gonna,
No, I know that again.
because we do want to keep it.
I'm not trying to put a knock on it. I'm just gonna say
We would drink this one fast.
drinking it compared to like
Oh,
the
yeah,
Elijah Craig one or the Booker's or even like I said, I had Old Granddad last night, and when you drank it, it was there.
So I
And
still
you had to be
have
like, you had to
Old
be like,
Granddad
hold on a minute, and
at
let
the
it
house,
sit.
not open yet. And
Yeah.
I have a Booker's at the house, not open yet, for that reason, because I don't want to kill them.
No. No,
But again,
Booker
I guess
slows
it's,
you down. 46. This is a
that
must
buying
buy.
to look at is a dumb idea too.
That's one thing I swore I'd never do. And that's why, like, as much as I would love to have, like, some of the, $1,000 ones, I would cry that I just spilt it on the table for $1,000. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be like,
$1,000 one, but
no, that's what I'm saying. Some of them, like, what is it, McKellen M, I think, starts at like $3,000 and up. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain ones out there for
be a long time.
thousands and thousands of dollars when some of
And
the ones
hopefully
you
one
do.
of us hits the lottery and he doesn't play. So
Yeah, I'm gonna have a hard time winning that one, but yeah. Maybe
nose
I'll
on
have
this
to do
is
it.
really coming
What is it? The funds.
He'd
when
be the
they
one.
put the funds. I
Wing
the
that
first
is gonna
time I
go buy
played-
one ticket and then he's gonna freaking go, hey, guess what happened?
I'm like the unluckiest person in the world. I will not be that person. So I'll be the one that wins the ticket, gets my picture taken, and gets hit by a car on the way out, and I don't get to collect a fucking dime of it. That's the luck I have. I will win it, only to never be able to reap a benefit from it. So
The nose has really come around on this.
no, it is hands down absolutely delicious.
It is.
We babbled long enough. This is again, we got it for $46.99. I'd buy this all day long, sub 50. I think it's phenomenal. And as much as I do like the budget and I love the 101, I think this is just that step above. As much as I even really like Russell's, and I know that was probably half price too, but this is just that higher proof
But you,
version.
I don't see you or I buying this for you're gonna play video games and sip this for the night.
Not on a daily drinker, no.
No.
No. will I take a sip and then switch off
Well, you
that's
have
the
that
one.
option.
That's the one good thing I have in the collection. Is
Yeah,
I can
me too.
do because this is what I will do. I will sit here and play video games, and I'll pour a little bit, and I'll try it, and then I'll go to the next one, and I'll try it, and I'll go to the next one, and I'll try it. That's the fun of having the collection because with that, and then you can do a comparison. But this is phenomenal. So can't say that enough. And I've already said it probably 20 times, but
Right.
I apologize. So we're going to leave it at that. Wild Turkey Rare Breed, barrel proof. This one happens to be 116.8. Highly recommend it. Give it a try. Leave a comment down below.
Comments are great.
Definitely, we need. Leave some suggestions too, because you know what? Now that we've had so many good ones, we haven't done a mash mix-up in forever. Because, again, Santa Sack is full over there, and we're going to try to get them out. But if you do have a suggestion on, hey, I want to see the difference between Rare Breed and, say, Old Granddad 114. Leave a comment down below, and we're going to try to fit that in because I will gladly do a mash mix-up. Or you want 3 of them. Throw it down there. Any suggestions will be greatly appreciated.
That would be really bad.
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm saying. So say Old Granddad and ECP. We'll make it happen. Maybe, definitely. So leave a comment down below. And that being said, thanks for watching. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.
Cheers. I don't know. That would be close side by side.